Good evening and a warm welcome to Engraving Systems. You unleash your magic on the world and we'll mark your moment. Tonight I'm going to speak a little bit about proofs. Proofs are when a customer comes up with a concept and wants to see an idea of what the design will look like before we go ahead and make the item. It's more common now than it ever was before. In the day, you would go into an engraver and you would go to an engraver who was good at engraving, so that you always knew that the work you'd get back you'd be happy with. You'd go to people who have a reputation. It's a bit like going to an artist to paint a portrait of yourself. You'd go to someone who's known for doing great likenesses of your image or whatever it is. Maybe they're a cartoon specialist and you want a cartoon done. You'll go to the artist that can do a cartoon of you. So those days are kind of gone now, and I think it came about really with the advent of print and things like business cards, where people would ask to see what the business card is going to look like before they go ahead with the print run. And that became very important to people who ran printing companies, because the idea being they would show the customer the proof. If the customer approved it, then there was no question. If there was any mistakes or anything on the card or on the work, the customer had approved it and the printer would expect the customer to pay. So with the digital age and printing business cards and that kind of thing, we got these things called proofs. And it was somewhat alien to the engraving world, because as I said, they were like artists. You wouldn't tell an artist to give you a print of a portrait. You'd just sit there and get them to paint the portrait. But luckily enough, our engravers are in the digital age and we do provide proofs. However, it's important to know that if it's a product that, say, a name badge that's got your company branding on it, and we've got a template already set up, you probably don't need a proof every time. And there's a couple of reasons. First of all, you kind of know what it's going to look like. It's going to look like all the other name badges, except with a new name on it. But the second thing is, when you're taking up a graphic designer's time, that graphic designer needs to be paid for that time. So really, if you're asking for a proof unnecessarily, all you're doing is inflating the cost to yourself. So yeah, if it's a one-off and you want a proof, say you come to us and you want a name badge designed with your company logo on it. Okay, first design, there's going to be some graphic time, and we'll tell you that, and we'll give you an idea of what the charge is going to be. And then the price per name badge is in addition to the graphic time. But once you've made the first badge, you've got the graphics. Unless the logo or the layout changes, you can just reproduce the badges with a different name on it. So when you ask us for a proof, we're happy to oblige. Just be aware that graphics take time, and time is money, and you don't want to pay more than you have to.